Good morning, second grade, and happy Wednesday. Today in math, we are going to continue our journey with three-digit numbers. We're going to do something different today. We're going to look at some ways we can represent three-digit numbers. So let's get started. Our first problem, our first question says represent or draw, same thing, 345 using base 10 blocks. So I'm going to draw the number 345 using base 10 blocks. So I know that when I'm drawing 100, it's going to be a square, as close to a square as I can get. And there are my 300s because there's a 3 in the hundredths place. And then there's a 4 in the tens place. So I'm drawing 4 10 rods, and each of those represents a group of 10. And then I have 5 ones. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm asked to write a number sentence for this model. And remember, when I'm writing a number sentence, that means I'm thinking about values. Values. So if I have 100, 200, 300, I have 300s. The value of 300s is 300. 300, that's the value of 300s. And then if I look at my tens, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I count them for values, I have 10, 20, 30, 40. And that's why we need to know how to skip count. So 10, 20, 30, 40. The value of 4 tens is 40. And then the value of 5 ones is 5. Now, on the next slide, I'm going to ask you to represent the number 345 in a different way using base 10 blocks. So this is what I want you to think about: regrouping. Regrouping. So the first way that I'm going to show you is I'm going to take one of these hundreds and I'm going to regroup it into 10 tens, because I know that if I break this 100 apart into tens, I will get 10 tens. So let's see what this looks like. So I'm going to create 2 hundreds, and I'm going to break one of those hundreds up into 10 tens and add them to the tens that I already had. So I had 4 tens. I'm going to break up one of these hundreds into 10 tens and add it to the 4 tens. So that will give me 14 tens. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fix that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 14 tens. And I want to make sure you guys see that this is still equal to that 300 that I originally started with. 100, 200, and then this group of 10 tens right here equals 100. So that's 300 plus the 4 tens and 5 ones. So this is a different way to model the number 345, and I need to write a number sentence for this way. So in this model, I have 200 squares here, and the value of those 200s there is 200. And then I have 14 ones, and 14 tens. And remember, this is a group of 10 tens, which equals 100. So that's 100 here, worth of tens, plus the 4 tens over here. So if I count that out, I have 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So my tens that I'm showing in my model have a value of 140 because there are 10 here and 4 here, and then my 5 ones down here on the end. So this is also a way to represent the number 345 and to write a number sentence. Now on this next slide, I'm going to ask you to do it in a third way, an additional way, a different way. And for this way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this original drawing that I started with the 300s, the 4 tens, and the 5 ones. And instead of regrouping one of the hundreds, I'm going to regroup one of the tens into 10 ones, because remember, 10 ones equals 110, 10 tens equals 100. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to keep my 300s intact. And I'm going to regroup one of my 10s. So I have 4 tens now, but I'm going to take one of those 10s So I'm not going to draw 4 10s because I'm taking one of those 10s and I'm breaking it into 10 ones instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I still have 300s. I did 3 10s plus the 10 ones. That still gives me that same value of the 4, and then my 5 ones on the end. So all I did was take one of the original 10s, regroup it or break it into 10 ones. 10 ones equals 110. And I still, when I add these up, it's still going to equal 345. So 100, 200, 300, 310, 320, 330. This equals 10, 340, 341, 342, 343, 344, 345. And if I write a number sentence that matches my model, go to my hundreds first. I have 3. The value of 300 is 300. I go to my 10s. I have 3 of them, so that's 30. And then I go to my ones. Here's 10 here, plus 5 more. That's 15. And all 3 of those numbers added together will still equal 345. So I've just shown you 3 different ways to model the number 345 and 3 different number sentences to match each model. So teachers, please work over the next 3 slides with your class. The number has now changed to 625, and you're going to go through the same process as we did up here for this number 625, representing the number 3 different ways, writing 3 different number sentences. All right, guys, thank you.